Hey guys, how's it going? This is Spider Bugle back with another video, and this time I have a tutorial on how to create a very simple and easy profile picture. Now what you want to do now is you want to have your logo, your channel logo. You want to have a couple wallpapers. We'll be creating a galaxy themed profile picture, so you want to have a couple spacey, wallpapers. You want to have the texture. Now I'll explain this in a bit. And you want to have a secondary, profile picture just in case, not profile picture, a secondary wallpaper, just in case the first one doesn't look good. Now what you want to do is you want to make sure that your profile picture dimensions are set to 700 by 700. This will ensure, a proper and sort of clean and clear profile picture on all platforms. So what you want to do is you want to create a new layer titled background. This will be the final layer. You want to create another one titled main. This will be the main layer that we're going to edit, and you want to set that to a white color. Okay, so what you want to do now is you want to turn off the visibility, and you want to copy your profile picture logo. So Control A, Control C, and Control V. Now the reason I have turned off the visibility for the main layer is because I can't see the logo. And also what you want to do is you want to make sure you have the grid lines. That's easy to configure. You go to Image, Grids, New Line by percent, and what you want to do is you want a vertical and horizontal line. I already have those, and we will not be creating anymore. And what I want to do now is, as you can see, as my logo is a bit too big, so I need to resize that. What you need to do is you will need to go to the scale tool and make sure you have selected the pasted layer or the logo layer. So yeah, just rename your layers so it's easy to go back and change. What you want to do now is you want to make sure, first of all, what you want to make sure is you want these clicked, so that way when you're resizing the image, it stays nice and straight. Because if you don't select this, it'll be all over the place. So yeah, make sure that it's selected and just resize it to a decent size. That's about okay. And as you can see, you can see why these grid lines are important, because that allows me to run the logo along these lines, and it helps me center anything pretty much. There's another way you can center it as well. You can go to the align tool. The icons on my other computer are a little different, so let's see, where is it? There, the alignment tool. You want to select that, and pretty much you can pretty much position your logo anywhere you'd like, as you can see. But I prefer to use these lines. So yeah, so you want to make sure it's centered. And what you want to do now, once you're happy with the placement of where your logo is going to be on the profile picture, what you want to do is you want to hit layer to image. Alright, so that way that will resize the image, and when let's say if you're editing and you accidentally move your picture, move your logo to the left or the right, you can just recenter it like that, or you can use the alignment tool. Alright, so enough jibber jabber. What you want to do now is you want to right click on the logo layer, and you want to click alpha to selection. That will select the logo. Now what you want to do is you want to turn on the visibility for the main layer, and you would want to clear it. There you go. So now you should have a cutout shape of your logo. I almost said that. Alright. Now this is where our first wallpaper comes in. What you want to do is you want to hit Control A, Control C. That will select and copy the wallpaper you intend to use. Now what you want to do now, okay, I'll do that later. What you want to do now is you would want to copy it under the main layer. There we go. Now for this, you want to just hit create new layer. That will finalize it as a layer format. As we can see, make sure this is selected and just drag and drop until the outer edges of the wallpaper, you know, are a bit extending outwards. Okay. Yeah, so make sure the wallpaper is a little bigger than the profile picture so you can easily position your wallpaper to the profile picture. Now what you want to do now is you want to drag this onto the main layer, and as you can see we get a decent effect, decent spacey effect. Now as you can see, you know, you can see the reason why a grid line is important, because you know now I can pretty much position it however I would like now. It's pretty cool. I would like to position it like, let's say you would want this. Alright, that is pretty okay. What you want to do is you want to duplicate this layer, turn off the visibility and just put it under the background layer, so you have it just in case, you know, you screw this one up and you want to lose this later on. And you want to select the layer to image size. That will finalize the image and that will resize it to the profile picture. Now I'd say that looks pretty good. There's something missing though. That's where this comes in. So you would want to select this. Same deal with this. You want to Control A, Control C, and Control V. Alright, that will paste it on your profile picture. You want to resize it because these are wallpapers and you know they're a little too big for the profile picture. You know, same deal with this, just resize it just a little bigger than the profile picture, and you know, using the grid line, just put it up like that. Right, now duplicate the layer, you know, just for safekeeping, just in case you screw something up, you can easily go back and, you know, select the layer again and start again. Alright, now you would want to layer to image size. You want to select that. You want to move it downward. You would want to turn on the visibilities for the for your main logo, and you will want to select it and turn it off. Alright, now you want to select the texture layer, and you would want to hit delete on your keyboard, and that will cut out the same shape as the main layer right here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Now we don't need these wallpapers anymore, except for this one. We can keep that for later use. But anyway, now what's important about this layer, this particular layer right here, is we can experiment with the visibility settings. So we can, you know, turn down the opacity. We can turn it up. We can recolor that. So I'm gonna recolor it to Bugle colors, in case you find something you would like. It's all about experimenting, and what you want to do now, once you're happy with how, you know, the background looks, you would want to select the main layer. That will select the image, and you would want to go to the light and shadow, and you would want to drop shadow. Yeah, just don't change anything, and as you can see, we have a shadow effect. Let me just turn up the opacity. See, as you can see, we have a shadow effect. Now you'll notice that, you know, the profile, this will size the profile picture image. What you want to do is, to fix that, you'll want to go in the main, you know, layer. You want to select that, and you'll want to just crop to selection. That will restore the profile picture dimensions to 700 by 700. And yeah, I'm not liking this particular color scheme, so I'm gonna just turn down the saturation and just turn it down a bit. Now you notice we don't have a lot of texture. You can easily change that by going to contrast and just increasing that like so. Turn down the brightness, and then we can see we pretty much have a better texture. Yeah, you know, there's no point in using these because there's no gradient. You know, speaking of gradient, you know, what you want to do is you want to add layer to avatar selection, and what we're going to do now is we're going to create a gradient effect, which will give the profile picture more dimension and more life, I guess. So what you want to select is the, if I could find it, the flare size FAC. I can't see it because it's too small, but you want to select this one, and you want to open a new tab titled gradient, and you would want to pretty much center the gradient to the logo. Now this is, you know, experimental. You can have it like that, you can have it like this. This is the bar linear setting. You know, you can change the various settings and have it a linear gradient. So that's pretty much your standard, you know, two color fade that you see on most, you know, profile pictures. I'd say that looks good. And what you can do now is, using the various modes, you can sort of begin to experiment with this. As you can see, you know, that sort of adds dimension to your profile picture. I'm gonna go ahead with this one because, you know, it looks good. You can turn down the visibility settings as well, which is an option for every layer. And as you can see, that looks pretty good. Now you can come down to the wallpaper layer. That's the layer that we originally had, and as you can see, it sort of isn't as vibrant as I'd like, so I can just change that to the light and hue saturation settings, and I can pretty much, you know, recolor everything. I can change the settings and whatnot. I'd say this looks pretty good. This color, you know, there's another setting that works in literally everything I do. So -7 for hue, -8 for lightness, and just 63 for saturation. And, you know, we get a nice bluish effect. It's pretty good. Now it doesn't, unfortunately, it is a little dark, so we can just quickly fix that by just increasing the brightness and the contrast. And yeah, I'd say that looks good, or that looks pretty good. Once you're happy with how everything turned out, you want to just hit Control M, and that will merge everything. And yeah, I hope you guys did enjoy. This was another tutorial from the Spider Bugle. I'll try to get these out more frequently, but I hope you guys did enjoy. Hope to see you guys in the next video. Hope you guys have a nice day.